Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, respected dignitaries, and our valued audience. So it's with great pleasure that I extend a warm welcome to all of you to the final session of the Thesis Mastery Program 2025, organized by the Department of Accountancy and Finance, Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragamuwa University of Sri Lanka. So to begin with, I offer my heartfelt welcome to Professor Adarasi Nyanapala, Dean, Faculty of Management Studies. Next, I'm pleased to extend a warm welcome to Professor Sumit Narula, our esteemed resource person for the final session. So we are truly honored to have such a distinguished scholar with us today, whose expertise in academic integrity and research ethics will undoubtedly inspire and enrich our understanding. Next, I'm pleased to extend a warm welcome to Professor T.I. Piris, Head, Department of Accountancy and Finance. And as well, I would also like to acknowledge and appreciate the presence of Professor Jonathan Devasiri, the main coordinator of the Thesis Mastering Program 2025. And as well, a sincere welcome goes out to all academic staff members, program coordinators, and especially to our enthusiastic undergraduates who are joining with us today for this session. Now, it's my honor to introduce the resource person for the final session titled on Academic Integrity and Ethics in Research. So, we are privileged to have with us today Professor Sumit Narula, a renowned academic and a leading voice in the field of research ethics and media studies. So, Professor Narula holds a PhD in electronic media and conflict resolution from Punjab University, Chandigarh, and he currently serves as the director and head of institution at the Amity School of Communication, Amity University. Prior to this, he served as a deputy dean at research, publications, and citations at Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. On the same time, Professor Narula has earned two master's degrees and two postgraduate diplomas, and on the same time, been the author for two books in mass communication and journalism. He has edited seven books and published numerous national and international research papers, adding a vast value to the field. Notably, he is the founding editor-in-chief of the Scopus Index Journal of Content, Community, and Communication, which has a side score of 3.4 and is ranked at Q2. His recent book, Environmental Awareness and Role of Social Media, published by IGI Global USA, has been indexed in Clarivate's book Citation Index. His research focuses on academic integrity, research and publication ethics, fake news detection, and identification of fake and predatory journals. Professor Narula has conducted over 800 workshops on identifying fake predatory clone journals and has developed a course on the subject in collaboration with Taylor's University, Malaysia. He is the honorary band ambassador for Emerald Publishing and voluntary ambassador for Crossref. In addition to that, he is the chairman of the Amity Center of Excellence for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation and the creator of the Amity Quality Journal Checkers app, which will be available both on Android and iOS platforms. He has also obtained two major copyrights for his unique methods of identifying misleading impact factors and clone journals.
Thank
So,
you.
with this much
Thank
of
you.
yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so with that note, now I respectfully hand over the session to Professor Sumit Narula. So, dear sir, the platform is open to you now.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the team. Thank you, Sabaragamuwa University, the management department. Thank you. I forgot the name. Thank you, Lakshmi, ma'am. And thank you, Janta Devasiri. We are very close friends, me and Jan sir. I invited him to my campus in Gwalior, I think 2 years ago in 2022. He was with us. And it was a nice experience. And I never been to Sri Lanka, but I've heard a lot. So we'll try to come soon. So today we will be discussing a very, very vast issue which is impacting whole of the Southeast Asia, specifically the developing countries like India. Sri Lanka, and Nepal, Bhutan, Iran, Iraq, and related ones. Europeans are also affected, not much. Americans are almost unaffected by this menace which we are facing, the menace of academic research. The point which I'm trying to make here with examples, I will be giving live examples. I will go live and there will be no slides. Everything is live. The point which I'm trying to make here is that the governments are also not very serious, be it your government, be it our government, or the other universities or other countries, because I teach into various other Southeast Asian countries. The governments are not very keen and serious in changing the scenario of R&D, although they talk about R&D. So it will be there, the discussions and everything will be there. So we will start now the journey together, and I would expect as many questions as we can. I can see there are 70 participants. Excellent. I will be stopping my video. There is some problem. I will come back again with the video as and when it is required. I will be sharing my screen and we will have a good discussion. So first, let me share my screen and let's go to the Scopus first. So I have signed in. I have remotely signed in from my ID. So this is the Scopus ID for everybody. You must have seen that this is the landing page where you see search sources, Skywell, and the title and the other things. So 2024 site score methodology has just been released. Why I started from it? Because it is very important for you to understand the metrics for 2024, and it has just been released. So we will click here and we will just see that how they have calculated it. So basically they give you the site score, they don't give you the impact factor. So you need to understand that impact factor is not their ball game. Site score is their ball game, and there will be a difference of formula also. I will share the formula also. So just look at the 2024 site score tracker, which says like this. It will be a monthly affair, like it will be an annual affair. The frequency will be every year be logged in May, but calculated on monthly basis. This is a 4-year publication window, a robust assessment of citations, and this is the publication types that they are doing. In impact factor, the publication types are only research papers. Here, the things are 4-5 types. So what happens with 4-5 types? Sometimes you reduce the quality also, because conference papers do not deserve any kind of site score. That is my opinion, because most of the conferences publish very weak paper in these Southeast Asian countries. In India, 95% of conferences are, I would say, useless. People come, eat, enjoy, network, and go back. Nothing comes out of these conferences. No publication, no good idea, no collaboration, nothing. But you deal with the Scopus Index Journal, they will put you into the Scopus basis. You take around 10,000 rupees a paper from them, and yes, your number increases. Your number increases, that your profile might have 4 or 5 papers, not good, 4 or 5 papers in the Scopus databases, but once somebody read them, there's nothing in them because that has been come out from a conference. So largely this is the weak point in the database management of the Scopus. Now look at the rankings first. They've also released the latest discontinued list. Every month it is being released. I will give you the steps. Just look at these steps. It is free. Click here on download Scopus source list. Then click on download the Scopus source title list. It will take you to this link. Accept all cookies. It will take you to this link. Download the source titles list. Includes discontinued sources list. I clicked here. Now the Excel sheet has started downloaded. So it is saying that a currently installed. I might not have Excel at the moment because I'm at my home system. They might have some problem. Let's try again. But this is the way that you will download the Excel, which is for free. Right click. Okay, let's go for the new tab. Okay, that's a problem with my laptop, but this is the step. Once again, I'll show you. You will go back, right? You will click on download Scopus source list. Click download the Scopus source list, and you will have the latest list with you for free. right? In the May 2025, 5 journals have been discontinued. The unique case, a very unique case, I will show you that first, and then we will discuss many other things. A very unique case is a journal named Neonatal Nursing, Journal of Neonatal Nursing. We click on this journal. Okay, we will change the name. It is Neonatal Surgery. Journal of Neonatal Surgery. Sometimes Scopus also gives you technical glitch. No worries. We will be bearing it together. Meanwhile, this is MJL. That is the master journalist for the Clarivate Index Journal. We will explore this also. There is another one, ABDC. ABDC is also a reputed indexing agency, right? So the changes are coming up. They have done no changes since 2022, but in 2026, they will have some new journals. Some will be removed, some will be added. So these are some of the uh, factual changing to a list. Here it is. So we will read all these documents together also. But let's try once again the Scopus. I refresh it. Meanwhile, if anybody has any question, please do ask. You can unmute and ask because this technical error might take some time. Please, you can ask your question. If anybody has any. No question? Okay. So let's go to the Web of Science. You can create your free account here. I have created my free account. I clicked on login. I'm logging in with my Gmail ID. You can also log in with your Facebook, your Orchid ID, and your LinkedIn ID. So I clicked on sign in. Now I will have the basic access of the Web of Science data. The impact factor will be released on the 30th of June. Before that, I have the impact factor data of the previous journals, right? So what I can do, I can search the name of the journal, whether that journal is there or not. Now, what happens with Web of Science, what they do, like there is a journal named Science of Total Environment, right? So when you click on the journal, you will see they say it like that, view profile page. They will put it like that this journal is on hold. So this journal is on hold means that they put it in black and white that this journal is doing some kind of a malpractice. But in Scopus, they don't tell that. Many of the journals are red flagged, but Scopus does not tell us. So that is the main problem, that Web of Science is doing better than Scopus in certain areas because they put that in public domain. Once a journal is red flagged, the journal becomes more predatory and more aggressive and starts publishing more and more papers. But once it is on hold and it is in public domain, that means you are cautious. So it is your responsibility to check the journals in the databases. And if you cannot, you contact us. I'm very active on LinkedIn. I'm very active on WhatsApp. I'm very active on the other platforms. You can message us. We give you that information in advance that this journal is gone rogue and please do not publish with this journal. This is the basic checking policy which you have to follow as and when it is there. The requirement is there. Anybody, any question? Meanwhile, I'll once again try Scopus. I'll close it. I'll open it here. I'll type neonatal. This is a journal of neonatal surgery. We click here, right? Now what is written? Coverage discontinued in Scopus. Right, everybody? Coverage discontinued in Scopus. And once you click here on Scopus content coverage, you will see what is the reason. This is the reason, an outlier behavior. And when we dig deeper, we will see that maximum paper are from which country. It's very interesting data. We dig deeper. These are the names. Let's not get into the names. These are the people, those who have published maximum numbers of papers of the 388 year, means the latest year. These are the institutions. Right? And you can see the countries also now. Right? So can you beat that? India is the biggest one who is being defrauded. Now, what could be the reason? Lack of awareness is the reason. Malpractices they want to do is the reason. Early promotions, university pressure, lack of knowledge. These are the main reasons. I can dig deeper also, and I can see that how many universities are involved in this. So you can go here. And these are some of the universities which has lost the maximum papers. Right? Now, anybody, any question? We can have the discussion because I hope there is some interest coming. I can see there are 81 participants. Can you unmute anybody and you can talk? Or I hope you're understanding the point which I'm trying to make here is that these are the symptoms of the predatory journal. A journal who is publishing in the area of medicine, pediatrician, and child health, and you can see the outlier behavior is doing that. And out of 388, India has got 297. Now the coverage is discontinued. So if we go to the research integrity index, we will be very low. But as per the SJR, India is number 3 in publishing. Let's go there and check that also. Let's go to home. Go to country rankings. This is overall. Let's go to only 2024. And India is the number 3 publisher. But subsequently, there is no H index. There is no citation per album. Nobody is reading us. Nobody is citing us in India. That is the main problem we are facing. Now, going to your country, if I type country ranking, if I see where is Sri Lanka, can you see anybody? Anyone? It must be somewhere. So this is the main point that India, we are suffering from the passion of publishing mostly into the predatory journals. That is why our rank is going up, because the rank is counted with the number of publications. But if you count the rank with the H index or with the citations, We are nowhere. This is our total data from 1996 to 2024. We are at number 6, and this is our H index, very low. In top 10, it is very low. Right? And like this, you can go for the journal rankings. You can go for the journal value. Right? It's like that. So this is Scopus interface for you. If anybody want to ask any question on Scopus interface, I can answer and I can be happy to do that. Then go back to this Web of Science. They put the journals on hold, and then the decision is the publishers, right? In Scopus, they don't tell, they discontinue, and then we tell that in advance. We have the early warning system, we have the app, we have the copyrights to do that work. I keenly observe the journals and I give the details in advance to the people around us, even up to the people of Sri Lanka. And we told in advance that this journal has gone predatory 3 months ago and this will be discontinued. Please do not publish. Right? So in advance, we do that in some of the major cases. Now going back to ABDC, it is of 2020. Let me show you some clone journals. So what is a clone journal? The clone journal is a fraud website of an original journal. So now if you look at this website, it is looking original and they've written impact factor also. Let me clear your doubts on impact factor also. So impact factors versus site score. I will show you the full formula. Here it is. Can you see that? The formula? The citations received in Scopus has to be divided by the papers received in the Scopus has to be divided by the citations received. Right? And the same with the Web of Science. The paper received has to be divided by the citations received. So if a print journal says that it has X impact factor, it's a fraud journal. Print journal cannot have impact factor. A print journal cannot have impact factor because the formula is this. Everything has to be online and everything has to be with Clarivate. No other company can use the word impact factor. It is their trademark and their copyright. The company Scopus can use site score only. They are not entitled to use the word impact factor. If there is a discussion on impact factor, usually it's a loose discussion. People do not know from where they get the impact factor. They think that Scopus also gives impact factor. No. Scopus gives you what? Scopus gives you site score, which has a different formula. But the top 10% of the journals in the world are indexed everywhere. They are in Scopus, they are in Web of Science, they are in CABS, they are in Web of Science. So they're everywhere. What I follow or try to follow the journals which are everywhere so that my score increases in all the indexes. I go to various places, I teach at various places. Every place has its own research policy. So they asked Dr. Sumit Narula, how many papers do you have in Scopus? I say 30. They said, okay, Dr. Sumit, how much you have in Web of Science? This has happened with me in Sunway University, Malaysia. I said, in Web of Science, I have 9. Then they said, Sumit Narula, how many in AVDC? I said 5. And then they said, why Scopus has the maximum number? I said, in India, we were mad after Scopus. Scopus, Scopus, Scopus. But now we have realized, I have realized that I have to be publishing in the journals which are everywhere so that the count also increases in Scopus as well as in Web of Science, as well as in ABDC, as well as in CABS. so that I can see something else. And the research profile can also see something else. I hope you're getting my point, because there is no reaction from the people, from the participants. So I'm hoping against hope that it is doing well. The things are going fine. So you can understand that the impact factor, which is a very, very important and crucial point, is not being taken seriously. People are misusing the concept and giving you fake impact factor from fake agencies. Beale has made a list of predatory journals, which was an old list. He has also made some list related to the fraud impact factors. We can try if the list is working. Okay, here you can see, right? This list is still there. Retraction watch is there to get back to you on that. And then there will be a list of the impact factor also. Let's search for that. Right. So let's go back to the again to the predatory ones, the impact, the fraud ones. So you can see the fraud impact factor. So impact factor plays a significant role in everybody's life, and everybody in academics talk about impact factor. Nobody goes deeper. And who gives the impact factor? What is the formula of impact factor? And from where you get the impact factor? Right? So be very, very careful. There are fraud agencies. Except Web of Science, you will not get any kind of impact factor. So I am now minimizing it to this. Now let's go to this fraud journal. Look at the website. They look like it a original website. They're saying that it is UGC care, multidisciplinary, certified, fraud, Gmail IDs involved. Then you look at the contact details. No details will be provided to you because they are fraudsters. You look at the editorial board, the names are cut, copied, and pasted. You don't know these people. Even these people does not know that their names have been misused here. You go to the archives, look at current issue, some of the papers from the different institutions are there, not very, very, you can see, good papers. Go to the guidelines, call for paper, very interesting. You go to call for paper, all the areas are covered by them. You cannot have journals like these working on these kind of shady websites, working in all the areas. Very, very difficult. Then you go to home, right? And then scroll down, and just look at this. What are they saying? Submission last day throughout the year, the fraud, acceptance 24 hours. You cannot get an acceptance in 24 hours. Never. Publication within 24 hours after receiving the money, again, is a fraud. Areas multidisciplinary, working on a Gmail account, working on the cloned journals. So where is the original journal, you will ask me. So we'll copy the name. We'll go to the SJR because Scopus has taken out the home pages. We'll put it at SJR and we'll search for it. SJR will tell us if it is a Scopus Index journal. Yes, so it is a Scopus Index journal and it is from Belgium. A journal from Belgium will not have this kind of a shady website, right? And then specifically talking about Indian authors, specifically talking about UGC care. What Belgium journal has to do with UGC care? Even UGC care has also died in February. In February, there is a notification that there will be no UGC care in India. Still, it is written here because I know that the Indian research scholars and the Indian people are very naive. They do not understand any of the nitty gritty of this. You getting my point, right? Go back to this and go to this SJR. We'll go for more discussion. Let's see what comes up. So this is the publisher, GeoEcoTrop. We'll click on this link and GeoEcoTrop is there. And you will have the homepage here. And we'll click here and it will take you to the original homepage, which is in Belgium, publishing in French language. Another example, there is a journal named Adalia. The original journal is in a different part of the world. But when you open this is the website for you. Right? You go to the contact details. No details will be provided to you. Editorial board, cut, copied and pasted. Archives, these are the editions that they are released. Indexing, they write this, right? All these are not required. Scopus and everything is being misused. Go to Adalia and here it is, right? Now, where is the original journal? We'll copy this name and we will go to the Web of Science. Let's try Web of Science. So we'll go back and we'll type here Adalia, search. Here it is. It is a Web of Science Index journal, but which is the country who's hosting it? It is from Turkey. Click here on View Profile page. More information about this journal will come in the Web of Science. And here is the visit site. Click here on visit site. We will go to Turkey. So the original journal is in Turkey, publishing in Turkish language. And what we saw was this fraud journal. You can imagine 400 plus fraud websites doing business internationally, and many of them are from India. Right. Now, anybody, any question? Anybody, any question? Any point? The organizers, how long would be the session?
So normally we are having the session likewise up to like 8:30, but it depends on the content. So sometimes it get finished early as well, sir.
7. Because I have the content for 5 hours, but I will be completing it in around 1 hour because there are other assignments also.
Okay,
So,
so sure.
so so I'm just asking that if there is any other question from the participant. Otherwise, I'll share some more data because the questions also are important. But nonetheless, I'll go till 7. So there is another journal, Journal of Xi'an Journal of Architecture. It's a Chinese journal. Okay. But if you look at this, this is the fraud website of the original journal. And the same red flags are there. Fraud impact factor, no details under the contact. These are the past issues. This is the editorial board. Names are cut, copied, and pasted. Current issue, right? Then you can see call for papers, scope, and everything is there. Fraud they're doing, and then go to home. Now, where is the original journal? We'll copy the name from here. We know that this is a fraud impact factor. We'll go to SJR. Here we will type the name, enter. Here is the journal. It's a Chinese journal from Science Press. Scroll down, click here on the home page, and it will take you to the Chinese journal, which is publishing in Chinese language. We are unable to understand even a single word, right? But it is there. So that is the main concern and problem which everybody is facing, that we do not know how to check. I've given you the red flags. Check the contact details, check the editorial board, check the subject area, check the website carefully. Try to reach to the website through the SJR or through the Web of Science. They can give you and save you from many malpractices. Right. So these are the cases of the cloned journals. I have shown you directly the predatory journals. These are the cases of the predatory journal. And now I will show you the H index, why it is important and why do we have to understand the H index. Everywhere there is a discussion on H index. So H index means calculate your academic footprints. And then there is a formula also. There is a technical formula to this. So this is the formula. It says that it captures research output based on the total number of publications and the total number of citations to those works, providing a focused snapshot of an individual's research performance. Like if a researcher has 15 papers, each of which has to have at least 15 citations, their H index is 15. And there's a formula to this, is on the right. You can see the articles are put like that. 6 in front of 6 means that this author has published at least 6 papers that have each received at least 6 citations. You're getting my point? So citations plays a significant role in our research output and in our research footprints. I go back and you can see academic footprints are your H index. So most of the institutions internationally are not taking your CV, are not interested in your research, they will ask you for your H index. So if your H index is not improving, that means even if you are publishing papers in Scopus, it is of no use because nobody is reading you, nobody is citing you. So it is a very, very important role and a very, very significant point. Anybody, any question on this? I hope you have understood. I hope everybody is on the same page and is understanding that point that this is an important concern for everybody. That everybody should have this checked before doing any kind of further work into it. And it plays a significant role because we need to have this kind of discussions everywhere where there are discussions on research, ethics, research publication, research writing, and research related activities. The H index, then we have the I-10 index. It is made by Google Scholar only. There is nothing new to it. So it's a simple metric used by Google Scholar to measure an author's research impact. It counts the number of publications by an author that have been cited at least 10 times. So like I will show you my Google Scholar. So I go to here it is. So my I-10 index is 14, my H index is 12, right? So this is what is happening with my research here, right? And the same you can have the I-10 and the H index. Last but not the least would be the everybody talks about Google Scholar, Google Scholar. Just a tip of the iceberg for Google Scholar. So what Google Scholar happens is that they goes for the citation manipulation also, right? So if I give you the research data, it is suspectable because there's less it is less restrictive indexing protocols and lack of moderation for certain sources. Like how will I show you that? So Google Scholar indexing guidelines for webmaster. Here it is. So the guidelines are very simple that if your journal has these aggregators and other things, you can index yourself. They do not check anything if it is predatory or cloned even. So like if I go to Google Scholar and I type Adalia, I've shown you Adalia is a cloned journal. So let me show you that what Google Scholar is, why Google Scholar is not helping us. So we'll go to scholar.google.com. We will type Adalia here, and you can see the paper of Adalia is there, right? We will look at the paper. It has been cited 27 times. Okay, so it is verifying, going to ResearchGate. But basically, you can see the journal's paper from a fraud journal is occupying Google Scholar space and being cited by 27 people. So that is the main concern with Google Scholar. And so be very, very careful. Do look at the resource of your research paper before getting it cited anywhere. Right, everybody. Thank you for your time and patient hearing. I have some other works also at my place, but due to some urgency, I have to cut it short till 7. But there are more participants. Things could have been different if there were more questions. But nonetheless, I'm very active on LinkedIn. I'm very active on the other social media platforms, and I will be able to give you the answers to your queries if being asked anywhere on any of the platform. I can put my uh, number on my WhatsApp number. I can put that in the chat box for you so that if you have any query, you can ask me directly. Just introduce yourself and go for the query. I'll try to help you out. So I'm going to the chat box and now trying to give you my WhatsApp number before anybody has any question. That's my number for you. You can get back to me as and when you have time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, the organizers. Thank you.
So, dear sir, thank you very much for the inspiring session. So, let me proceed with the future proceeding. So, again, very good evening to the distinguished audience. So, it's a pleasure of mine as well. At the same time, a truly honor for me to deliver the word of thanks on behalf of the Department of Accountancy and Finance, Faculty of Management Studies, Sabaragamuwa University of Sri Lanka. So, having a series of sessions on this thesis mastery program. So, today we are marking the final session, complete the whole session by here. So, to begin with, I would like to extend my heartiest gratitude as well, heartfelt appreciation to today's distinguished speaker, Professor Sumit Narula. So, dear sir, we are sincerely grateful for the depth of the knowledge and the practical insights that you have been shared with us today. So, your valuable contributions have undoubtedly enriched our understanding as well. We look forward to apply these insights in our academic pursuits and future research endeavors. So, I do believe it is very beneficial for me as well and for our students. So, with
Thank
that
you.
note, okay, sir. So with that note, I also wish to express my sincere gratitude to the Faculty of Management Studies under the leadership of Professor Thisis being the Dean to the faculty. And as well, I would remind the head of the department, Professor Thisis, at this moment for his valuable guidance and the commitment throughout this series. And it has been main instrumental in driving this program this much forward. And as well, I would like to appreciate the heartfelt appreciation goes to Professor Jonathan Devasiri, so the main coordinator of the Thesis Mastery Program 2025, for his continued encouragement and the strategic direction and the direction throughout. So also, I would like to warmly acknowledge all the effects and the dedicated organizing team, including Ms. Chanika, Ms. Madhusha, Ms. Rashmi, and Mr. Shadi, and Ms. Lakshina. And
Thank
last but
you.
certainly, yes, sir. So with that note, thank you once again for being with us today. So wishing you all pleasant and a restful evening ahead. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.